is Anis Wafika, and we will talk all about AGM. But first, let's begin with what is AGM, or Annual General Meeting. It is basically a yearly meeting where shareholders come together to check on how the company is actually doing. So, think of it like a yearly report card session, but instead of students, it's the company being evaluated. During this meeting, shareholders can review financial performance, ask questions to the directors, and vote on key matters like appointing auditors or approving dividends. In Malaysia, under the Section 340 of the Companies Act 2016, public companies are generally required to hold an AGM. So this isn't really optional. It's a legal requirement to ensure transparency and accountability. So AGM is not just a formality, it is a key platform for shareholders to have a voice in how the company is run.
Hello, my name is Nur Anishraya bin Khairul. My matrix number is 020AC 24F 2028. Next, I will explain the legal framework of an annual general meeting or AGM. According to Section 340 of the Companies Act 2016, it is mandatory for all public companies to hold an AGM every calendar year. This means companies are legally required to organize this meeting regularly. The purpose of the AGM is to give shareholders the opportunity to review the company performance and vote on important matters. For example, shareholders can vote financial reports, appoint director, and approve dividends. It's important to note that any decision made during the AGM are legally binding on the company. So overall, AGM ensures transparency, accountability, and shareholder participating in the company.
Hi, my name is Nur Farisha Mesara bint Amarizam, and my matric number is 01TAC 24F2008. Next, I will briefly explain the agenda of Annual General Meeting or AGM. In general, an AGM includes several important items. These include the presentation of financial statement, the director reports, and the auditor reports. Besides that, the AGM also involves the election or reappointment of director and the appointment of auditors for the next year. At the same time, shareholder will decide on the declaration of dividends. All of these agenda items are important because they ensure the company is managed in a transparent way and that decisions are made with the approval of shareholders. Through this agenda, shareholders can clearly understand the company performance before making important decisions.
Now let's look at an example to better understand how an AGM works in real life. In this example, we have a company called Mega Holding Berhad. Let's say the company made profit of 10 million during the year. This information will be presented to the shareholders during the AGM. At the meeting, shareholders attend to review the company performance. The director will present and explain the company result in more detail. For instance, they might explain that sales increased because the company expanded the business online. This explanation helps shareholders understand the reason behind the company performance, whether it is good or bad. After the presentation and discussion, the meeting moves to the decision making. Several important decisions are made during the AGM. First, the financial statements are approved, which means shareholders agree that the financial reports are accurate and acceptable. Next, the executive directors are reappointed, showing that shareholders are satisfied with their performance. The auditors are also reappointed to continue checking the company's financial records. Finally, the shareholders approve a dividend of 15 cents per share, meaning they will receive part of the company's profit. In conclusion, this example shows that the AGM is not just a formal meeting, but an important platform for shareholders to understand company performance and actively participate in key decisions.
Hello, my name is Elina Bila binti Patli. My matric number is 01DAC 24F 2029. Now, I will be presenting on the significance of shareholders, particularly focusing on the importance of annual general meetings or AGMs. AGMs are important because they provide shareholders with the opportunity to stay informed and actively participate in the company's affairs. Firstly, shareholders are able to review the company's financial performance. During the AGM, the company presents its financial statements, including profits, losses, and overall growth. This allows shareholders to evaluate how well the company has been performing over the past year and whatever their investment are generating good returns. Secondly, AGMs give shareholders the chance to ask questions directly to the directors and management. This is an important platform for transparency and accountability. Shareholders can raise concerns, seek clarification on business decisions, and better understand the company's future plans and strategies.
Okay, next for point 3 is vote on key business decisions. Okay. During the AGM, shareholders have the right to vote on important company decisions. For example, they can vote to approve financial statements, appoint directors, or decide on dividends. This voting right is important because it gives shareholders the power to influence the direction of the company. So, decisions are not made only by management, but also by the majority shareholders. Okay, for the last point is protect their rights and interests. AGM is a platform for shareholders to protect their right in the company. They can make sure that the management is doing their job properly and not misusing their power. If there are any issues, shareholders can ask questions or raise their concerns directly. This creates a system of check and balance and helps ensure that shareholders' interests are always protected. Okay. In conclusion, the AGM is not just a meeting but an important way to ensure fairness and transparency in the company.
Yay! We finally reached the final section of the presentation. Relevant case law. So, the first case, Foss versus Harbottle. In this case, minority shareholders tried to sue the directors because the company was being mismanaged. But the court held that only the company itself has the right to sue, not individual shareholders. This established the proper plaintiff rule, meaning the company is the correct party to take legal action. It also reinforced the idea that majority shareholders' decision usually controls the company. On to the second case, Pender versus Lushington. Here, a shareholder's votes were unfairly rejected during a meeting. The court held that voting is a personal right of a shareholder, that it cannot be denied. So, this case highlights that while majority rule is important, individual shareholders' rights, like voting, must be respected. Together, these cases show the balance in the company law between majority control and protecting individual rights. Individual shareholders' rights, especially during meetings like AGMs. That is all. Bye!